Greetings and welcome to my lesson on In the Garden by Samuel Maykapar, Opus 28, number 1. This is the third piece that I have covered in Maykapar's Opus 28, also titled Biryulki. I discussed in greater detail this opus in the previous two videos, but an overall summary is that Opus 28 is a collection of pieces written in every major and minor key. The pieces tend to be playful in character and in title, and was probably based on either a game that consisted of carved wooden toys that were picked up by hooks, or it might just be toys of a domestic nature. The translation of Biryulki has been lost over time. This is the 21st piece in Jane McGraw's suggested teaching order in her book, Masterpieces with Flair, Book 1, spectacular book. I was surprised to see this so far down on the suggested teaching order because when I first looked at it, it didn't seem too complicated. The A section is a melody supported by a bass line and some inner harmonies, so got to bring out that top line. The B section is brief polyphony with a little bit of imitation. It's a good introduction to that style of playing. And then the C section. The C section is what earned that piece its ranking in the suggested teaching order. It has a melody that is kind of moving throughout the voices. It starts on the top voice and then goes down into the middle voices. And so you have to keep track of it while you're playing, making sure that melody is louder than all the other harmonic notes that are changing positions within the hands. So that does take some extra practice and care to be able to successfully bring that out. Well, without further ado, let's take a look. Okay, so this is in C major in 2/4 time, so it's a simple duple meter. It is to be played allegro, so fast and cheerful. And from what I see, there are 3 parts to this. There's like an A section, a B section, and a C section. So let's go through the A section. We're going to start with measures 1 through 4 first. So whenever we have music set up like this, I like to learn the skeleton first. The skeleton is the melody and the bass by itself. So the melody is the top notes. Notice we have staccatos. The tenuto, you want to lean on the tenuto. And the 2-note slur, where you lift. Okay, so that's the melody. Let's look at the bass. It's the lowest notes. The articulations are pretty much the same, except at the end, we just have a nice half note with the tenuto. Let's put those together. Okay, and then the harmony, for the most part, is just C. Like, I like to sometimes add the harmony with the left hand instead of playing it how it'll be played or performed. So we have, and then it goes down to B. Okay, so let's put all that together. All right, and then the next half of the A theme is, okay, pretty much the same, just lower. All right, left hand moves a little more, the bass moves a little more. Then let's add the harmony. Left hand has a little bit of harmony too. So we have, remember whenever you have a 2-note slur to play the second note lighter and kind of lift on it. There's actually a small diminuendo written in my music too to just say that last note should be softer. Let's put it together. Okay, and all of that was supposed to be piano. I played it a little too loud, so I'm going to play that again. And then that A theme repeats at measure 9 and goes all the way to 16. So when it repeats, we're going to play it a little louder. So first it'll be soft, and then it'll be like, did you hear me? I'm going to play this more assertively now, just to make sure you got it. Listen. And then louder. Okay, the B section is fun because it has a little bit of polyphony going on. There's an imitation in the bass that the bass is repeating the melody that is introduced in the melody in the right hand. So we have... Okay, and the left hand comes in a measure later with... So when you play the skeleton, you'll hear the left hand imitating the right hand a measure behind. Very cool. We do have some harmony in there too. In the first part, G, just G. Make sure the melody is louder than that G. A good way to practice it is, of course, using both hands until you like the sound of the balance, and then bring it into just the right hand. Okay, and then the G moves to the left hand when we get to measure 22. So we have, and again, you can practice it this way first before doing. That way you know you're voicing the bass more than just this repeated G, which is just a little bit of flavor in there. It's not as important. I'm gonna put it together. Crescendo here. Now this last C section has a hidden melody, and I do believe that that is why this piece is considered more difficult than the other Maykapar pieces. So instead of the melody being just the top notes, it actually moves. So it's a little bit harder to find. It goes, but the other notes around it, they switch around. Like at first, the harmony is above. This repeated C is harmonizing, and then it goes below. The C and the B, D, C, that's all harmony. That's not the melody. The melody is D, D, G, G, F, E. So definitely play that melody by itself. You really want your ear to hear it. Okay, and then add the different lines with it, making sure that you can always hear the melody over everything else. This is going to be the biggest challenge of the piece. So we have the bass. Now I'm going to play the bass with the melody, making sure I can hear the melody first. All right, now I'm going to once again, I demonstrated earlier, but it's just so important. I'm going to play just the right hand by itself, really focusing on the melody. See, the C was too loud, so I have to do that again. Good. And then while practicing, I would alternate back and forth to doing with just the right hand and with both hands. See how much easier it is to bring out the melody when I split it between two hands? Of course, you can't perform it that way, but once your ears catch on, your hand will try to imitate. Let's put that together. And then it just repeats soft, which is going to make it a little bit harder. It's harder to play soft than it is to play loud. Feel free to put a little retardando at the end too. And there's a fermata. Don't waste the fermata. That's it for this piece. I hope you enjoy the cheerful mood. Take care to make the melody always prominent and to play staccatos crisp and energetically. For convenient, engaging, and life-changing piano lessons, please check out my website, thebuddingpianist.com, and schedule a free 30-minute piano maestro lesson with me. Learn how to navigate the keyboard and play a song in just one lesson. Growing through the joy of music.